This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Welcome one and all to Let's Play the Stanley Parable. I've never played this, first time starting it up. Let's see what happens. Apparently we're in a company where there is nobody.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's a very valid idea. Let's see what happens. I mean, wow. Can I go in here? Nope. There's nobody anywhere. Oh! Just a friendly neighborhood Stanley. Anyone here? Hello? Might as well close the door after me. There's nobody in here either. Huh. What did that say? I can't see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Huh. Odd. I can't go anywhere. Hello?
Yet
Hey.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What did I say? Decided to take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers, recent co-workers using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic and a header and throw some bevel on it. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So ensure a common product. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Okay. This is really well made. Text which you can actually read. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides. To do, synergize core value expeditions. Shift global market. Reddit which charts on the same slide they pick the same information. Very true. I've been to many meetings like this, and I'm not joking. I have actually fallen asleep during every single one of them. Whoa. The boss appreciation minute. On the boss appreciation minute, particularly the top 20 things you love most about the boss. I don't. No, really, I don't. Sometimes interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent. Okay. I mean, who's clicking all this? Where's the oh, there it is. Who's clicking it? There's nobody here. It's weird. Talk less, do unbelievable amazing work all the time, every day with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. That last one is pretty important. Anything more we can? Push for funding for the research and development, I presume. Not cost efficient. Standardized graphs. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Synergize papers. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets of the desk off. Okay. The future of yesterday tomorrow is now. Okay. Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day. Okay. Okay. I'm just impressed the fact that there's actually things in the water you can actually read. We need... Okay, more... Okay, less reviews. Want to get rid of... Oh, 402 plus 405. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Sure, why not? Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. Some sort of child trap. That's disgusting. Creepy. Size of demographic. Spare between... throw something in the ideas bin. Can I crouch? Thank you. No more bins or trash cans. Renaming the idea bin. Firing of me. Okay, great. Apparently he sucked at his job. Can I go in here? Are you in here? Chris?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
No.
So he turned around and got back on track.
No, I won't. Fuck off. There's no Chris in here. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right. I mean, there's nothing outside. Or they put some film up on the windows. I don't know. Okay, keep going apparently. Ooh! Now this is some neat shit. Can I go in here? No. Now this is really cool. I want this kind of wallpaper in my house. Maybe a little darker. No, I'm good. It'll work. Hello? Just Stanley. I got some questions. Hello? Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Oh, look at that field of view.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
No, not yet. I'm not done here. That's a use key. If I press E. There we go. I need to move my glasses around. God, I have so much shit on my desk. Not literal shit, but you know. There we go. Alright. Hello? What? Anyone down here? You down there, Chris? Nope. Can I go back here? I can't go back here. Too dark. Big button. Whoa! He's... okay. God damn it, Stanley. I had to get employed with these dudes. Should have worked at Pizza Hut. Oh my... McDonald's is the place to work.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, that is kind of spooky. Mind control. Ooh. Oh, look at the smoke. It looks so cool. Everything about this looks so pretty. Really impressed. Chris, you down here?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I mean, I played enough of the whole, you know, portal thing to know that escape is usually bad. Whatever. What is this? Button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
16 and
Did he
pregnant,
have
says
the
it
strength
seasons.
to find out.
Oh. No Chris here either. Whoa.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Creepy. My field of view looks so weird. Man, this is just doing this. That fucks with your my eyes so bad.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Probably.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
More than likely.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable.
Yes.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, I will. How do I? How do I? It's a button. That's number 4. What's this do? I'm gonna push all the buttons. Pushing the button. Pushing the button. Okay, nothing happened. Fantastic. I wonder which one of these buttons produces a Chris. Maybe there is no Chris. Maybe that's the whole crux of this game. There is no Chris. Console disabled. What happens if I go down here? Nothing. I'm assuming these are just buttons. Yes. Huh. Mind control. Ooh. This looks nifty.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yes. Let's see lights over there.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know. I can't see. Whoa!
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Whoa!
Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Hold on.
Stanley felt the
Yay!
cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
I'm not moving, by the way.
The possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game. I did beat the game. I beat the game hard. This is fantastic. I did it in... Whoa. What? Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We're back here already?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's see what happens if you choose differently. If anything actually does happen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
On his right then.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Fantastic.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I? Or did I go in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Eat stuff. What is this?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Hello? Can I drive this? Nope. Oh shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hello? This is Stan.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Sure.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
What?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Whoa.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. let me show you what's really going on here.
Alright.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
Indeed.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Plus 8 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Plus 2 to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
The hell?
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
What?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always
Oh, I see
has.
what they're
Nothing's
doing.
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I don't wanna.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I don't wanna. Okay, now I'm actually interested to see what happens if you actually had to press buttons, or if you can just stand there for a bit. I don't wanna press it. I wanna press this button, that button, that button, these, then. Nope. Come on, open the door. Let me out.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
Great. Please die. Like, what? And we're back here again. Huh.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Huh? Things have changed. A lot. Is there gonna be dead bodies in the closets or something? I'm confused. Maybe that's the whole point of this.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Okay, let's leave.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's do as it says.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I want to go down here now. They're gonna dump me in acid. It's gonna start me over.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and
Yes.
get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Every way but left. Okay, fine.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay, sorry. I mean, it happens to every... Okay,
No,
okay.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute?
Go ahead.
Let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Neat. There's a lot of things in this.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh,
and this time,
piss.
suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Hey, look at this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's go to the meeting room yet again. We're gonna try to follow on track this time.
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over.
fuck?
Completely fresh. Everything should be...
What?
Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
The-
Hold on.
I did...
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah?
It was right here just
Your
a minute
problem.
ago.
Not
I
mine.
know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
I'll go this way. This way. That way. This way and that way. That way. This way. That way. Not that way. This way. This way. This seems like a way. Is this a way? This is a way. I found something.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, god damn it. Hey!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stranger and stranger. Oh, come on!
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Nothing there. Can you open one of these doors, maybe?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay. I think we found something here.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Right. Good idea. Good idea. Let's do that. That seems like a good point. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Whoa!
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I win!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yay!
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, great. Hey! Whoa.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I could do that. Following. Nothing could possibly go wrong here, could it?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Yay!
Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah! There we go. We're on the way now! I can feel it! I'm following the line! Onward to victory!
Cut the music. Go
Wow.
back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Turn on the music again.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Alright. Again? Follow the line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Good point.
intelligent people, right?
Sure.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
Yeah.
daring, mysterious.
Yes.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah. Fuck the line. It's done nothing.
Wow. Yes, this is exciting.
Yes.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to be on the quest for a unicorn so I can ride it into victory.
No, not you again.
Aw.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I don't see a line. I don't see a line. There's no lines. No lines. No lines. See? There's no line. I told you so. Ooh.
Ah, a choice.
This looks like a goal.
We get to make a decision.
Okay.
From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Right.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yay! What?
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
What? 8?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Nope.
And
Oh,
the
dear.
timer stopped.
Oh no.
Does that mean
We win?
we do it?
Did we
We
win?
break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I don't know.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
I'm not quite
I
sure
guess.
if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Eventually.
More or less.
Well, in the meantime...
Oh shit. That was loud. Very loud. Oh, come on!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Was that beep beep beep? Something about beep 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 beep. Hello?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Can I go through here? Nope. And then we're back in this room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Nope.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I didn't. I walked down. Hello?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whee.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Explain that, voice.
Was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Ooh.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
We should dream of the TARDIS.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And then... Oh, bugger!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone my name is Stanley. I have a boss, I have an office, I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real, I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh? Go
Mariella
on.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And then this happened. This is new.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What is... This is all new. What's...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. Man, this game is weird. It's like I'm having deja vu.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, I'm done.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Okay.
to his boss's office.
Right. Hey, bosses. Ooh. I got the feeling money's for stealing. But not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Weird. Can I flash? No. Nope. Is that the building we're in? Neat. Can I go this way? I can't go this way. Hello? Here we go. Adventure! Oh yeah. I have a feeling this isn't gonna end. Did I do something? The fuck? Can I go this way? Okay. Great. Huh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
Look at the
desk.
keypad.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
I win!
Sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright. Still no Chris though. Kind of worrying. I bet it's Chris who made the shit. Fucking dude. Oh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm good with this.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope. I want to see what happens.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Yes.
And willingly confront his death.
Yes. Ooh. And hey, what? Oh,
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
bye. Be seeing you. Bye.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What the hell?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The hell?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ah. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Oh yeah. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Alright. Filing cabinets. Office computers. There we go. Can I boop this? Nope. The office. Can't use that. Can't use that. Can't use that. Button sounds. Okay. Fantastic. Ah. I see what you're doing here. That man. That's a fucking great. I want that guy to narrate my life. I mean, this is pretty much my life. That guy did a brilliant job. That's me clapping hands, not, you know, never mind. Yeah, brilliant job. Actually, all of these people, including that guy up there, and especially this guy, and all of these people except this guy. Wait, no, never mind. Okay, can I go this way? Boss's office. Screens from development. Huh. Office clock. Employee lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. Cool. Narration outtakes. Camera devoted to narrated recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development.
This elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he's supposed to be. Push the number 6.
Then for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are the clips from early takes
And he pushed the number 6.
not used in the
Stanley stood on the roof.
final game. Cool.
Then he pushed the number 8.
Nope, I did not. I did not! Okay, let's go upstairs. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Oh, okay. This is a freedom ending as it existed in beta. Push. Okay. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Yeah. An early version of the countdown room. This looks really cool. I like this. What? This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. The Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Escape menu. For a long time, when an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this. Realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Huh. Zending levers. This lever was originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever, and narrator would describe what color the. Bullshit! He doesn't tell me anything. We ran out major teaser trailers of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he... Oh, it's a trailer. I mean, I guess this game actually kind of fits into many people's daily lives. Like the same shit every day. I could never have a desk job. I'd go fucking bananas. Ah, we're done here. Let's go this way. There's another room over here. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, The timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Ooh. Really? Huh. I'll write this one. Great. Okay, nah. Keep going this way. The office. The lounge. Is this where... Yeah, I think so. Yes. Maintenance room. More endings, fewer endings, more narratives, fewer narratives, more Stanley, less Stanley. I fucking love the humor here. It's brilliant. Okay. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose on tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Yeah, I guess that could be kind of... People are very touchy about that. Oh my god, making fun of games. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. When we initially planned to use the further promotional material, we never found the perfect route for them. Here's a selection of those emails. Huh. Okay then. This way. Stanley's office. Great. Game design markup. Cool. I like this. This is fun for me. Entertaining. Entertaining.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Okay.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I did it! Can I click there? No. Found a little cool thing there. So yeah, that's been a little bit of the Stanley Parable for you right there. I wonder what happens if you don't click there. I wonder. They've locked off my closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is getting weirder and weirder. Is there anything here?
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No, I do not.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, I like this. Oh, weird FOV. Ooh.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Leaving.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Done. Okay. Alright. So that, ladies and gentlemen, has been the Stanley Parable game for the PC. Weird. It's very weird. I like it a lot. This is the kind of game I enjoy, but it's just like, it's fucking with you. Every time you start, this game starts over, something new has happened. You have to pay attention, like, but that wasn't there before, this wasn't there before, that wasn't there before. What's going on? My mind is melting! So, thank you people very much for making... Thanks to the people who made this game, it's what I was supposed to say. It was a very well enjoyable experience. I really enjoyed it. Thank you people for watching me. And go buy this game for yourself, see what you can come up with. You probably can find out more about it than I can. And this is the first time ever I've ever booted click like begin game ever. So yeah, thank you people very much for watching. Thank you people very much for making the game, and so forth and so on. Spread the videos around the interwebs on every which way you can. Thank you very much for your support, your views, your comments, likes, dislikes, whatever. Thinking about it, I don't know. So yeah, I'll see you down the road in something different. I'll see you then. Goodbye.